What's up, guys? So, questions about troops. What's strong, what's good, what's not. Frontline is important because it gives time to work. Okay? So, for your frontline being important, for it to be most efficient, you need all the stats strong. Even though the attack is not a most efficient attack, it's still, if it buys one dead, it's that much faster to the next step. Okay, but HP and defense is what you want to really shoot for on your front line. And that's why you see Aeon offers all of them in one. Okay. Um, so my point in this video is to explain. There's four different types. From even and odd, there's two types of even, two types of odd. Okay? Doesn't regardless of what tier. The launchers, I have not found any efficiency for them whatsoever. Snipers, they do die, they do get hurt, but they are very big in killers in their back line. So this is a primary troop that you want. Okay, T9. Infantry are absolutely useless. Miniguns are killers, but they die by the handfuls. So if you don't have an extreme front line, which miniguns fight on the right side behind the odd tanks, so that's good. But if you put a lot of odd tanks are great too. We'll get to that. But the miniguns will die by the handful. So the I use them as fodder. If you've watched my videos in Void, when I'm running low on troops, I'll stick my miniguns in there. They get me some kills, and they die for my backline. Okay, for your conventional tank, key front line. It gets kills. It's very strong, and it takes the brunt of hits. This uranium cannon, any cannon, the odd cannon, is going to be your primary source. It's going to be in the back with the snipers, but they're easier to replace than laser cannons. We'll get to laser cannons. That's in your special building, your shop. Um, but these you're going to want prominently along with snipers. So when you're training for war, you're going to have these cooking and this front line cooking. Okay, when you get to T10, even T8, the shredders they have a cool boost to them, but they're useless. They die by the truckloads. Bikes are kind of like the miniguns. They kill a lot, but they die by the handfuls. Okay, so you need a good front line to cover them. Um, So they're good to have as defense. These are great to have as defense. And again, shredders are not better, contrary to common belief. Shredders are not better farmers than the odd tanks. The odd tanks have a better load when you break it down by unit. Okay? Now, here, I can't look at the troops because I'm building it. Okay, so there's four different types of troops. Let's go in here, or in here. And your stormtrooper, completely useless. Your odd tier first troop, the stormtrooper, absolutely useless. They're half-ass farmers even. They are useless. There is no reason to have them. Just one for certain battles to take up a turn. Shielders they do get kills. They shield an army or more than one at a time in battle. So they're good to have for the bonus. Great in defense and good to send a few in offense. And then down here, heavy armored soldier. I had a higher expectation for them. They have proven to me useless. Your even tier cannon is the best killer. You need less of them, and it'll kill more than your odd tier cannon, but they're harder to replace and they die in higher amounts. Okay, so you really need to. There's no way to cover them. There just isn't. They fight dead center in the back row. The way the scheme's designed, in no matter what, it's not like War and Order. The formation is mirrored and reversed. Okay, so the formations in the same order across from each other. It's the same exact formation, but it's across from each other and reversed. So um, let me go to a battle report. So you'll see the shredders are on the right side on his. My shredders should be on the right side. I didn't have any shredders, so let's find a report that has one of everything. I think I lost this battle. Let's see. Okay, see, the shredders are fighting god tanks. Okay, the bikes are fighting the miniguns, and it's completely flip-flopped. It's not just mirrored where, um, like in War and Order, you have your odd mages on the right rear, your even mages on the left rear. You go up here, the left rear is even mages, the right rear is odd mages. So the same troops, you have your odd infantry and odd infantry at each other. You have your even infantry and even infantry at each other. They're all on the same side. Now in this game, it is the same formation. Everything has its place, but it is mirrored. So they are facing each other, but they are flipped. So they're fighting opposing each other. Plus the wall. In a castle's wall in this game, there's multiple different defense types and offense types of boosts. So at no time is your back line completely covered. There is no way to decoy it completely. So you will always take backline damage. The longer the battle goes on, the more than that you'll lose. So, in mid range are going to take the big brunt too. Now you can see your shield has covered your miniguns right there. See at the end of the battle, okay? But that doesn't help. They've already been hit multiple times. We can hit replay and click. It doesn't let you click the army and see the army as it goes. On the right, these four things show the boosts, the special boosts of each troop. It's on a timer. It's every so often. Each troop is on a different timer, but you see the boosts when you look in the barracks or in the. This is called a camp. I call them all barracks, but this is called a factory, and then this is your workshop, your special building, I call it. All right, so that's your 6 different types of troops. Or no, it's 12. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. 10 different types of troops. Right? 4, 8, 9. There's 9 in War and Order, 10 in, yeah, so 2 here, 4 in factory, and 4 in the camp. So there's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, there's 12. I was right the first time. 12 of them. So, because there's 4 in the workshop. After explaining to you the troops, let me show you what I do here. Now, all my troops are hospitalized or dead, but this is what you call a 1-1-98, okay? One of everything except all backline of your best backline that you have, okay? One of everything. So you have 1-1, meaning one of every front line, one of every mid-range, and then all of your back line, your 98, okay? Now, if I'm going solo, okay, elite infantry, useless. Infantry is useless. Miniguns, I put 5K in there, okay? That way, if I put too many, that many more can die. Whether they get kills or not is doesn't matter. because it's not going to be worth what I lose. So I want to put enough in there that they are solid body to where they're getting some kills and they take a little bit of work to drop, because my death tanks are expensive too. So I don't want to run out of those either. So I kind of got to have it split up, because you got to remember, you can't put all 4 barracks or 5 barracks or whatever on the same troop type. So you're constantly cooking, um, um, only 2 of one troop at a time, and the other 2 have to be the other troop. So if you've got plenty of snipers, you're going to put your berserkers here so that they can go with your death tanks, because you can't do 4 of death tank if you're replacing death tank. Uranium cannon, I want 40k at least, I can't put all 4 barracks on them. So I want snipers also, so that the snipers are covering the other side, and so that I don't take all losses in my cannons. Eventually, when I have enough, I'm going to try an all cannon army, because snipers die a lot faster than what the cannons do. So, in the battle, I showed you the, let's hope this is one that shows it. Right here, the left side, next to the shielders here, because of the formation that was sent, the shielders are normally on the right rear. Okay, so a troop that's missing can change positions of almost every troop. Now, I don't have it all down yet to where I can explain it to you, because there are 12 different troops, and it takes a lot of time, expensive process to nail it all down. But these all the way on your left here, this is a good position for them, because they won't get hit as heavily. Normally, they're rocking in the middle where these tanks are right here, or where these, what are those right here, the 85? What is doing back there? Your snipers, those must be one of your special troops. But that doesn't make sense either. It's gotta be, because you're not, this is going to be your snipers here. These are going to be your infantry up front. Those are going to be your miniguns in the shield. Those are going to be your launchers. This has got to be your stormtroopers, or these are your stormtroopers in the front. Actually, I can tell you right now by going down here and then looking attacker. I don't like the way they changed it. Okay, so they send a ton of stormtroopers. So those are the stormtroopers in the back center. But you see how many die? Losses on the shredders, pretty heavy. That's 9,480 for people that don't understand. Miniguns took losses. These guys don't know what they're doing. We straight owned this void. These guys stood no chance at all. See, these launchers didn't even get touched. What took the brunt was probably that other dude's infantry. Somebody had a ton of infantry in here. I'm looking so I can quickly go through and better explain. So I guess it was the miniguns that took the hit, because if you're sending launchers, and the launchers didn't take the brunt, something else did. Mid-range. So it must have been a lower tier guy that took a big loss. Let's see. 18. No, it was the shredders. The shredders blocked for the launchers. Let's take a look at the battle replay again. because these are the attackers. The infantry are getting hit. The miniguns. The launchers aren't even being touched. See them over here on the right, all the way on the right. Let's start them over. They're over here on the right, 71.4, 70.4. So the infantry and the miniguns are taking the hits. And your launchers are just sidelined. Now that wouldn't be the case if all them stormtroopers weren't in there. See, so these at the top left, the 3.5K, those are your defensive soldiers in the workshop. Ham Panda retreated twice, by the way, that fucker. So these are your stormtroopers, 5.9K. But you see how the tanks survived in heavier amounts than the shredders. So anyway, I can go on and on and on, but you can take that and kind of put it together, and then you can take in learning how to see what troops were there and where they are on the field, and then you can try different formations and see how they act. But this game again is more complex. It is the most complex arrangement. In most battle games, you don't see it. It's all math done behind the scenes. It's instant. I mean, like in Game of War, you hit the castle and it's done. The stats compute and boom, the battle's over. In this game, it's ever changing throughout the whole window of when that battle is going. And depending on what troops are there and what ones aren't, it can change. What ones come in, I mean, you'll see some crazy formations and flows. So it is really cool and it's very intricate. So when you master, there is no completely mastering it. Somebody always wants to know what the general best thing to do is, best formation. All I can say is have lots of backline, but a good heavy percentage of front line and some in the middle to take some losses and spread them out. That's all I can tell you, and you need to learn how to read your target and know your strengths. This has kind of gotten me to want to do a little bit more research on the formations and how I can change them. I don't want to give away any more secrets, so I won't further explain, but thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that this really helps you understand a little bit better.